Okay. I shall save my panic till later then. That'll be the day. more canals than Venice, beautiful historic architecture, and a city that's home to the NIA, the National Indoor Arena. Welcome to the city of Birmingham in the West Midlands, located in the very heart of England. This venue has played host to the All England Championship since 1994, and this year marks the 104th staging of the All England, the oldest and most prestigious tournament in the world of badminton. And today is a quarter-finals day at the Yonex All England Badminton Championships, event number 3 on the 12 tournament MetLife BWF World Super Series. Not only the third event of the year, but also one of the 5 premier events, an even higher tier of tournament within the Super Series. Well, as I say, it is quarter-finals day, and we're starting with men's doubles, and Finaldi and Kido of Indonesia, who yesterday beat the former champions Bo and Mogensen from Denmark. They're up against the Malaysians Hoon Tien HTan and Kiong. Then mixed doubles, and the Olympic champions and winners here 4 years ago, Zhang Nang and Xiao Yunlei. They're up against the last home players remaining in the tournament, Mr. and Mrs. Adcock. Then women's singles, and Saina Nehwal, the Olympic bronze medalist, appearing in her 5th consecutive quarter-final here. She's up against the 2011 winner, Wang Shixian. Then mixed doubles, and Ko and him, who were beaten finalists in Germany last week. They're up against Koling and Ruta Yul of Denmark. Then the last of our quarterfinals, Sun Won Ho, is up against the beaten finalists from 2010, the number 5 seed, Kenichi Tago. So that's the full lineup for quarterfinals. And let's get right underway with the first of our matches. It is men's doubles, Gideon Markus Finaldi and Markis Kido up against Hoon Tien HTan and Tan Wee Kiong of Malaysia. So let's go courtside and join our MC for the day, Howard Bentham.
And please welcome our athletes for the men's doubles quarter-final from Indonesia, Gideon Markus Finaldi and Markis Kido, and the number 5 seeds from Malaysia, Hoon Tien HTan and Tan Wee Kiong.
So the Malaysian pair coming through to this quarter-final as expected, but their opponents, what a big surprise when they beat the number 3 seeds Matthias Bo and Carsten Mogensen in the second round yesterday. As you can see, 3 Indonesian pairs, 6 different nations at quarter-final stage, and that's a very healthy situation as far as world badminton is concerned. So here the Indonesians, they play the world circuit as independent players.
Red or blue? Red. Red's called.
Markis Kido, of course, hugely experienced former world and Olympic champion. Taken on his younger partner, Gideon Markus Finaldi. There's Finaldi. He's going to turn 23 on Sunday. So a real youngster, but he's already enjoyed success with Markis Kido. Only formed their partnership at the China Masters last September, 6 months ago, and they've already won a Super Series title. Came through in Paris to take the French Super Series as qualifiers. Well, as you can see, their record for last year, well, pretty good. This year, 1 quarter-final. That was the Malaysian Super Series, where Markis Kido got injured. He then had to withdraw from the Indian Grand Prix Gold. So it is very nice to see Markis Kido, the 29-year-old from Jakarta, back on court. And what a tournament they've had so far. There you can see Bo and Mogensen, their victims in the second round yesterday. The 2011 champions here at the All England, and of course the Danes, also silver medalists at the London Olympic Games and silver medalists last year at the World Championships. To beat them in 2 straight games, 18 and 12, in just 32 minutes, that was very impressive indeed. So to their opponents, Hoon Tien and Kiong, number 5 seeds, gone up 1 place in the world ranking, back up to their highest ever, a career high of 7. They spent 14 weeks as world number 7s this time last year and just got back up to that status. So 2 finals for them last year, winning their first title, the Macau Grand Prix, and also reached the final of the China Super Series event. This year they've had a semi-final last week at the German Grand Prix Gold, as though they were the number 2 seed, so that's a disappointment for them. Well, as far as their path through to this quarterfinal, my goodness, they've had to battle 3 games in both matches. And yesterday against Hirokatsu Hashimoto and Ryasu Hirata, having lost the first game, they were then 8-16 down in the second and 20-16. So they were really tough match. An hour and 10 minutes, as you can see. So did very, very well to come through that. So Alan Potter is our umpire and Paul Buchan our service judge, both of the court officials from England. So Markis Kido, the former world and Olympic champion, with Gideon Markus Finaldi, the youngster, 22 years of age, with this man who's so experienced, 29-year-old Markis Kido. Won, of course, the Olympic Games in 2008 and the World Championships in 2007 with Hendra Setiawan. But now competing as an independent player. But we know that their world ranking gone up 1 place to 18 in the world. They've only got 8 tournaments towards that world ranking, so not really a realistic indication of their capabilities. As far as the Malaysians are concerned, the number 5 seeds, Hoon Tien and Kiong, well, they've had a steady start last week.
Ladies and gentlemen,
start to this tournament
on my
here
right,
in Birmingham.
Hoon Tien and Kiong, Malaysia. And on my left, Gideon Markus Finaldi and Markis Kido, Indonesia.
Well, there's certainly some Indonesian fans in.
Kiong to serve, to Gideon Markus Finaldi, love all, play.
So the first of the quarterfinals gets underway. Well, that's just about a perfect start for the youngster, isn't it?
It's a perfect start. You can't do better than that. I couldn't stop laughing when I saw it.
There's me thinking he's going to be the nervous one on court. But every time I see this new Indonesian pair play, Borton, I really get more and more excited by them. The fact that Finaldi, well, he's a very explosive player. In fact, he won the men's singles at the 2009 Victoria Futures International event. So we know he's a good athlete, but he's really embracing this partnership with Kido.
I agree with you, and I think that Kido is really injecting a lot of energy into this combination. His experience, his way about on the court, and obviously that's a very good partner to have for such a young player. So I totally understand how the pair is improving as they are.
2-3.
Well, struck above the waist, that service fault.
Service over.
Numerous serving rules in badminton. Shuttle must be struck below the waist. Racket must be facing in a downward direction. Got to hit the cork first. Not allowed to move your feet. Not allowed to double action. That's why we've got a dedicated service judge. I'm a little bit concerned, Morten.
3-4.
Just struggling to see from where we're sitting, but Kiong looks to have some strapping on the back of his neck or shoulder or something.
Yeah, I've seen the patch, yes.
Yeah. Yeah, well, there's nothing wrong with that.
No, that was good.
There you can just see it,
Yeah.
at the back of his neck.
4-all.
Now, you're been our little spy in the camp and going round and talking to all the coaches and players. Have they
I missed that one.
You've
I
missed that.
it. I do apologise for it. I got lots of other good stuff, but not that one.
Service over. 5-4.
Yeah, it's been a little bit of a nervous start from both pairs. A few easy mistakes, but I'm sure they will soon settle in.
Right on cue. Good rally.
Yeah, that's good interception.
Service
pushing
over.
in there
5-all.
by Hoon.
Yeah, former world junior champion back in 2004, playing with Tan Boon Kiong. Yeah, hugely talented individual. Question marks about his physical fitness.
Yeah, it's been a question mark for years in the Malaysian camp as well. But he's
Service
producing
over.
the results and really
6-5.
playing good badminton.
Yeah, but just imagine if he was perhaps a little bit quicker around the court, because his racket skills, his reading of the game is not in question at all.
I think that's
7-5.
some of the secret behind the Indonesian combination is that Kido is having a younger and very agile partner who jumps around and do all the hard work from the back, and Kido intercepting and is so good at the front of the court.
Service
And
over.
I think that's a very good and
6-7.
very wise combination.
Yeah, a little bit of running repairs there to Gideon Markus Finaldi. Just wide.
I think this is how we
7-all.
actually are going to see most of the match. I think the Malaysian pair is very willing to defend and go in on the counter-attacking opportunities, and we will see a young Finaldi really having to work hard from the back.
Oh! 8-7.
And the luck of the net court.
Yeah, can't really blame that.
Yeah, there's his athleticism,
Service over.
Finaldi.
8-all.
I actually didn't know he was a former singles player, but now when you're saying it, I can see it.
You can see it.
Yeah, definitely.
247. That's not too shabby, is it? Well, of course, Markis Kido has had his injury
Service
problems
over.
not only in Malaysia in
9-8.
January. He's had some long-term problems as well. His knee, it's quite clear from the strapping underneath his kneecap on his left knee. That's been a problem.
That's bad luck. It's really well placed by Finaldi.
10-8.
Good call, line judge.
Service over, 9-10.
There's the lack of mobility.
Yeah.
Ten all.
That's an excellent serve.
Great smash from Hoon Tien HTan.
Good power.
Interval.
Yeah. And it's the number 5 seeds from Malaysia who have the advantage, albeit just 1 point at the mid-game interval. Yeah, pleased with that. Coach Chung. In fact, when you were coaching in Malaysia, you were...
He was one of my players, yes.
Yeah.
He was in the 3rd, 4th, possibly 5th men's doubles combination. He's a good player, very crafty, very good smart brains, play good badminton.
Yeah, which translates probably into being an excellent coach.
He is a good coach, and he's very well liked by his players, I think, giving good atmosphere, working hard.
Yeah, there he is. Yeah, a little smile towards them, still giving instruction. That's permissible, that's all within the rules.
As long as play is not started.
Yeah.
11-10. Play.
Ladies and gentlemen, out of courtesy for the athletes, please, no flash photography in the arena. Turn the flash off on your cameras and phones. Thank you.
Oh, it's cool goods. Well, the Malaysians don't like the call. I wonder if there's going to be a challenge here.
Challenge.
Here we go.
In.
Once again.
Yes.
I can't stop laughing. Because, you know, you love it.
I do love it.
It's a new exciting venture in badminton. Oh, we can't see from there.
Yeah, it's the sidelining question.
Yes.
But of course, we've got the review system, the instant review system, which has cameras on every line. Oh, I thought that clipped the line. I'm with you on that, Morton. Let's see what the tournament referee says. In.
Challenge unsuccessful.
We can do this.
1 challenge remaining.
Yeah. Well, you could clearly hear the umpire saying 1 challenge remaining because each pair or player in singles only gets 2 challenges per match, 2 unsuccessful challenges.
Unsuccessful, yes.
So if you're successful, if you're proved right, then you keep your challenges. Very similar to tennis.
That's excellent defence by the Indonesians there. And then missing the kind of easy one. Nothing is easy, but it was easier than the others.
12-11.
That one there, excellent.
Yeah.
And now he's in total control and position and then missing that one.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome on to court number 2 in the men's doubles quarterfinal, the number 6 seeds from Indonesia.
That was a magnificent net shot from Ronaldo.
Quick follow-up. Look at that, how he follows up.
Service over.
12. Good defence by Hoon.
Service over. 13-12.
When you consider how big a player Hoon is, probably a block shot there would have been the clever one to play rather than the push.
Yeah, or move him forward, yeah. Yeah, like that drop shot. Disguised drop shot. Yeah.
He's very strong when he's just standing, but you know, as soon as he's got to move, he will face some trouble. And I don't know, I sit always when I watch Kido playing, you know, I'm always waiting when he or they start taking this run of points. I don't know if you noticed that so often you see that it's 14, 15 or something like that. Suddenly they take 4 points just like that. And you see it so often. And I sit here having this feeling when he's going to do it again.
Yeah.
Service over, 14-30.
We alluded to it a little bit yesterday, didn't we, during the singles, the capability of a player suddenly to put on the pressure. We were watching Momoto, the former World Junior men's singles player.
Against Youssef.
Yeah. And that ability to sense when to put the pressure on and when to really up the game.
Yep.
Yes, well played.
Play the big points.
Yeah.
Service over, 14-all.
Getting quicker.
15-14.
56 miles per hour if you're that way inclined rather than kilometres an hour.
So that's 3 in a row now, from 13-14 to 16-14. And it's Kido serving. Oh, that's good return.
Very good return.
But you know, had it not come over, it was so tight.
Yeah.
It would have been the fourth.
16.
Low service, short of the mark.
Service over.
Yeah, he hasn't really found the rhythm of him on his serve since he was faulted. Still looks quite high to me.
Service fault ball.
Oh. Well, there we go. Well, the service judge is giving a clear indication that it is above the waist. No, I wasn't so convinced by that one. Now let's just clarify something. The waist, I could see
it's
that
under the arms these days.
Well, officially it's the lowest rib.
Service over. 18-16.
That's a lovely little half-court shot.
Yeah, tricky.
Yeah, here we go. Here's your little run of points again, Morton.
Yeah. He does it so often.
19-16.
Yeah.
There's a reason why he's won as much as he has and Olympic champion and all that. So
That's a good return, though.
Service over.
but I don't think it's enough. I know it's very close, 1917s, but somehow in this men's doubles, it's hard to get run of points.
Ready to play, please.
Oh, fast and furious. Well, it was a nice idea. Wrong execution.
20,
the little block.
17.
Finaldi is so quick, I suspect
He would get it.
He would have got it anyway. Game point opportunities.
Practicing his serve, making sure he's not getting faulted again. And that cross-court shot was really good as well by Kido.
the disappointments.
Service over. 18-20.
Look at his reaction. He knows.
He knows.
Here on serve from Kiong.
Pressure is on.
Yeah.
First game.
The opening game to the unseeded combination of Markis Kido and Gideon Markus Finaldi. Just 17 minutes needed, and the unseeded pair are one game up. Well, I should think the Indonesian coach will be pretty happy.
Definitely not Bahasa who's speaking.
So one game to the good, the Indonesians. Well, the Malaysian coach, Pang Chang, well, could you hear what he was saying to his men?
No, I couldn't. I could hear it, but I couldn't understand it. There's two different things. It wasn't Bahasa Malaysia he was speaking. I'm quite sure he was Chinese.
More Mandarin, yeah. Well, what would you have said to the Malaysian pair?
I think I would say the same as what he's saying, in a sense. But you can see what he wanted in how he was gesturing.
Yeah.
He wants to move Finaldi at the back because he's got to cover an awful lot of court as Kido is standing a lot to the front and leaving his partner to do all the hard work at the back. But as what we've said before, he's very agile, he's young, he hits well, so he's capable of doing it, but the Malaysian obviously have to exploit it somehow.
Good start by the Indonesians. It's interesting you say that, Martin, because when I watched the final of the French Super Series last year, and this Indonesian pair were playing against Hoon Tien, who are now a disbanded partnership, former world number ones Kiong and Tan Kiong. And I kept thinking the same thing. I kept thinking Finaldi is too inexperienced. He's doing literally 85% of the work here. It's sooner or later he's going to break down, and he never did.
No, but the thing is that the work he's got to do is, I don't know how to explain it, and my English is probably a bit too poor, but it's more like labour work.
Yeah.
It's hard work, but Kido is adding the finesse to it. He's finishing it, he's taking the chances, he's intercepting, he's making sure that they get the right points. I don't know if I explain myself correctly.
No, very much so.
Oh, nice.
Nice.
It's called a fault. Struck above the waist.
3-2.
Oh, yeah, no, I agree with the service judge on that. Waist? Goodness me. Yeah, that was high, wasn't it?
It was. And the next, if you look at it from a tactical point of view, obviously every single time the Hoon is going to serve from now on, he's forced to serve a short serve, a low serve, and then you can go in and attack that one.
Oh, good defence from Markis Kido. Just explain to us, Morten, technically, why it's more of a problem to keep the shuttle below the waist when you're flick serving.
It's because you have to, it's a higher action somehow when you have to flick it higher over the opponent, and you just, by natural way of striking the shot, it will go higher, so you have to start from a very, very low position to do it.
Yeah. Because we see it time and time again with the flick serve.
Yeah, they get faulted so much. But the pressure's on the Malaysians now, and obviously he knows it, and he's got to serve so well low for the rest of the match.
Yeah.
Six-three.
Mooks for the short one, and then that's when Markis Kido leaps into action. Let's push long.
7-3.
The Malaysians have to change tactics here in my book. The normal style of what they're doing, they haven't got any success. They have to go on the attack and really try to play some attacking badminton, see if they can add on some pressure.
Yeah, I just sense that the Indonesians are being given free rein at the moment, and they're making the most of it. They want to attack.
Well placed, really well placed, that shot.
Only really started playing regularly together, the Malaysians, back in April 2012.
Knowing Malaysia, a lot of combinations has been tested.
And a lot of pressure now that Kiong Gideon has resigned from the National Federation.
He has, just a week ago or something like that. It was announced in the papers, in the press conference, that he was retiring. So obviously even more pressure on the Badminton Association of Malaysia to find good substitutes. So short that lift.
Yeah, still good disguise from Markis Kido.
9-3.
But this is what I just don't understand, Morten. I see it time and time again with the Malaysians. This contentment to defend. I know they've got good defences, but you can't win at this elite level of badminton in doubles by just defending.
No. I agree with you. They have to have more in the toolbox than just the defence if they want to go all up there and put pressure on the really big pairs.
But look at that high lift again. Another lift. And again. This I just don't understand. No.
They won this one.
But surely they're not, I mean, you can't rely on your opponents making errors for you to win a match.
No. You've got to go in there and grab it yourself.
Yeah. Good return.
And soon an angle is coming. Oh, no, he didn't. But he still placed it well. Body smash on the forehand side.
Service over, 10-4.
I thought he was so tempted to try to go for an angle smash there.
258. About 161 miles an hour. Oh, he's run off to get a new racket. Goodness me.
That's good defending, and now they've got to win it. Yeah, that's a good shot.
What a rally. Yeah, just determined to work their opponents.
And here it comes.
Yeah. Well worked from Markis Kido and Gideon Markus Finaldi. 11-4. The advantage, 7-point advantage. Goodness me. Hoon Tien HTan dashing off court, grabbing a new racket, coming back on.
Yeah, excellent rally. Lots of things. Good to watch. At one stage, the Indonesian player simply gave up attacking and just waiting and drop shot after drop shot, and then eventually, okay, let's go for the attack again.
Court 1, 20 seconds. Court 1, 20 seconds.
Tan Kiong, 24 years of age. Hoon Tien HTan, 27. So they're have more experience. There goes the broken racket into the racket bag. There's a whole army of racket stringers. About 500 rackets a week they do in these tournaments.
I believe that, and I wouldn't like to do it, I must admit. That's tedious work.
Yeah, and they do a marvellous job, I have to say.
Yeah, I know a few of them, and they're wonderful guys standing there day in and day out, hours after hours.
Play.
Well, I think there may be a few signs that the Indonesians have dropped their pace, don't seem to have so much penetration on their smashes as they did in the opening game, but I can't believe that they're just going to be worn down. I'm really convinced that the Malaysians have to start trying to get on the attack themselves. It's just defence and working the Indonesians. I can't see that working.
I'm sure they will last, the Indonesian pair.
Service over.
Should this had worked, I think, you know, it should have been from the very first go of the match, love all first set, and really try to tire them out. But I think it's a little bit too late.
Goodness, how quick was that? Back to the flick serve.
Service over.
Gideon Markus Finaldi. And to play a winning smash like that, that is extraordinary.
Yeah, good shot.
Oh, nice placement from Tan Kiong.
Service over. 6-12.
Markis Kido knows it. It was his.
Yeah, he's too committed to his forehand.
Racket down his knees and not really ready.
Brilliant smashing.
Yeah.
Absolutely phenomenal.
Service over.
You know, Morden, it's quite extraordinary, and when we
13-6.
travel the world and we follow the World Badminton Tour, we see younger players coming through, tried out with new partners and so on. But as far as Finaldi is concerned, to me, he's appeared from nowhere. I hadn't seen him at the Grand Prix Gold events or at the Super Series events, and here he is 6 months after he joined the Super Series. He's challenging for titles. Won one.
Yeah, but it's really good. But I think it shows the strength of Indonesian badminton. They have so many to choose from, and not everyone makes it into PBSI, the National Association, and their training. And some have to fend for themselves outside. And I'm sure he's one of them, and being picked up by Markis Kido, and you know, say, you know, you can do it. Play with me, and we can do it together.
8-13.
Doesn't quite look comfortable at the net though. He's such a good worker from the back of the court, but room for improvement at the front.
Yes, he had an opportunity there, and this is the next one. But his racket is not often ready. He's got to lift it before he's hitting the shot, and that's hasn't got time for that.
Service over. 14-9.
Now I just sense these next few rallies could be very, very important indeed. The Malaysians want to come through this and really have to win.
Pressure.
Yeah.
Very good pressure by Tan there.
Service over.
I like that, you know,
10-14.
driving the shot and then following up and really making an effort there. Great.
Oh, service fault called again.
Service over.
This time on the low serve.
15-10.
And Coach Pung doesn't like the call. Yeah, you see, he does lift that left arm, doesn't he? Just before he's going to hit it. Look how that left arm goes up.
It's in chest high.
Yeah, that's the problem. And I agree with the service judge.
Me too. That's good play by Tan. Good interception.
Service over. 11-15.
So it'll be interesting to see if the Malaysian pair can close the gap a bit, because it's now or never.
Yeah. He's quick, isn't he?
Service over. 16-11.
Can't fault him for enthusiasm, can you?
No. Great energy.
Oh, that's clever. Very, very clever. The change of pace, the disguised drop shot.
17-11.
Driven. Then look at that, that's beautiful angle. Look where the shuttle landed. Way in front of that.
Short.
Well, it's his first ever All England Championships for Naldi. And he
18,
and Kido are just 3 points away from a place in the semi-final. Good serve. Short. Yeah.
It's interesting here. Normally the player from the back would go
19-11.
forward and hit that one, but Kido just shouted, I think, get away, this is mine, I'll finish it.
Oh, he's got that back. Would you believe it? How on earth did he retrieve that? I was just about to say
20, match point.
perfect attack
11.
onto the body, but somehow he got it back, and the Indonesians have match point opportunities.
Game.
And let's not finish on a forward serve.
Correction.
Well, the umpire, I think, has got it
Service over.
wrong.
12-20.
It was wide of the centre line,
It was.
and he hadn't heard that call. He just saw that it was in as far as the front service line is concerned. No, it has indeed ended, well, on a service error, not a service fault. And the unseeded pair of Gideon Markus and Markis Kido have booked a place in tomorrow's semi-final.
Match won by Gideon
Unseeded.
Markus and Markis Kido.
For Gideon Markus
21-18,
his first
21-12.
ever All-England Championships. What a way for the youngster to enjoy his first time in Birmingham. Their confirmation of the score, 21-18, 21-12 in 38 minutes of play. Well, goodness me, what an exciting, dynamic pair they are. Finaldi and Kido. Experience and youth makes for terrific badminton. So they have already booked their place in the semi-final. Who will they play? The world champions Mohammed Hassan and Hendra Setiawan, who of course is the former partner of Markis Kido, the man that he won both the Olympic Games and World Championships with. Wouldn't that be a delicious lineup for semi-finals? But of course, there is business to be done as far as the world champions are concerned. Chinese opposition there. So to our next quarter-final, and it's mixed doubles. It's the reigning Olympic champions Zhang Nan and Zhao Yunlei former champions here, of course, up against the number 5 seeds, Chris and Gabby Adcock.
And let's hear it for the athletes on to court number 1. From China, the number 1 seeds, Zhang Nan, Zhao Yunlei. Against the number 5 seeds from England, Chris Adcock and Gabrielle Adcock.
Well, this quarter-final is from the top half of the draw. And there you can see a very healthy situation at quarter-final stage because there's 7 different nations involved. 2 Chinese pairs. And, of course, for England's Chris and Gabby Adcock, the number 5 seeds, they are the last remaining English pair or players in the whole of the tournament. So I think you can safely say that the home fans will be right behind them. So, the introductions, first of all. The Chinese combination, not only the number 1 seeds, but the reigning Olympic champions, Zhang Nan and Zhao Yunlei. And this is a fairly interesting matchup because the Olympic champions, there you can see last year, that win-loss record translates into 9 finals, 6 titles from their 13 tournaments. I think there's a very good reason why they're world number 1s. This year, they've already won the first Super Series of the year. That was the Korean Super Series, lost in the semi-final of the Malaysian Super Series, losing out to the Danes Fischer Nielsen and Pedersen, who lost yesterday. Surprising loss for them to teammates Koling and Ruta Yul. But as far as the Olympic champions and former world champions are concerned, well, they won this title in 2010 as qualifiers. And their match yesterday against the bronze medalists from last year's World Championships, Shin Baek-chol and Hae-won, 8 and 7 in 32 minutes against fellow bronze medalists from the World Championships last year. Well, that says to me that they're in great form. They certainly look very fired up indeed. So to Chris and Gabby Adcock, well, they're the number 5 seeds, number 5 in the world. Their highest ever world ranking. They reached this status in November last year. 5th appearance at the All England Championships as a pair, and the first ever time as a pair they've been in the quarter-final. Of course, Chris Adcock, 24, he'll turn 25 next month. His wife, 23. And as far as their path is concerned, well, they have a little bit of trouble against the Indonesians in the first round, but against Kaspar and Hertrick of Germany yesterday, they really did look very impressive indeed. So the English pair